gets a head coaching job. And there's Lamar. And Lamar never gets to, well, I shouldn't say that. That's not. Lamar's taken his hits. But Lamar was hurt this year. Lamar was hurt a lot this year. And so, but they were, 1-4 before he got hurt, right? Didn't they start out like 1-3, 1-4? It's not like they were just killing it with him there. The problem, like Lamar seemed to have a problem with everybody, and I'm starting to say, gosh, dog. I never say gosh, dog. Why would I ever say that? Why did I say it now? Because I'm on the radio and I can't say what I really want to say? But who's the problem? The Monken thing is interesting. 3 years as offensive coordinator, one season offensive coordinator with Cleveland in 2019. He was a head coach at Southern Miss. I know you went over all that. This was obviously worth losing Jim Schwartz to them. And now all of a sudden there's a really good defensive coordinator on the market. Don't you think?
I do think that. Now, having Myles Garrett is a special piece, but Jim Schwartz kind of rebuilt his reputation as a DC. A lot of people like what he put together. That's been the most competitive unit the last few seasons for the Browns.
It's the only thing that's kept them watchable. Todd Monken goes in. This feels like the job that, I'll take it, but as you say all the time, there's 32 of these in the world. 32 NFL head coaching jobs in the world. So who goes in, who takes them, who wants it, who's... I don't know who... The Jets have a worse quarterback situation because they have nothing, right? But after the Jets, it's Cleveland. You're like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah,
I guess the Raiders.
Well, the Raiders...
They're picking first, so they're going to get...
Say, hey, Fernando Mendoza,
right.
Come on in.
Right.
Let's see what we can build here. And they're probably waiting for, Clint Kubiak, OC of Seattle. Once they're
sounds like that, right?
The Super Bowl to be announced as the Raiders head coach and move forward with Mendoza. And for Cleveland, it's the situation. Every team that is struggling goes in there and takes a step back and says, all right, let's look at the quarterback room. Where are we at? What's our draft capital? Where do we pick free agent class? I think this is a situation, too, where Cleveland, even Todd Monken coming in, you might just see them run it with Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders next year. And if they fall on their face, then they'll be like, all right, well, we have one of those top picks, and now let's go bring in a new guy.
All right. I mean, good luck to you. Good luck there. The Raiders are still looking for a coach. Where are they going to go? Let me go to Tennessee first. Well, no, let's stay there. With the Raiders, what are they going to do? How involved is Tom Brady with the Raiders? Do you hear? When did they fire Pete Carroll? Right after the season, right? Why is this one taking so long to happen? Is that the job nobody wants? Is it because they don't know what they want? Is it the Raiders one? I guess, and maybe that is the Kubiak thing, as you're saying. He had a second interview, so it's going to be him, right? Is that where we're going? We're just waiting for Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, at this stage, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. All right. He's able to interview this week, but he can't be hired by the Raiders until after the Super Bowl is played. So and that would be the case for the Cardinals too, because they interviewed Kubiak too. So maybe they both want Clint Kubiak. Whoever, which is a better job, Raiders or Cardinals? I'm not sure I have an easy answer for you.
Neither are easy.
No,
there's no easy job in that league.
Both divisions are tough.
Both divisions are really tough.
Yeah. Neither one's got a stable quarterback.
Yeah, they're giant quarterback, but most of these jobs are.
Neither one's got a really good.
There were
defense.
two guys that got to take a job this year and say Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen were their quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's right, which is really, really rare. But there were other jobs that were better, like the Giants. You look at and there's pieces and there's draft capital. The Raiders, I don't know that
I think the Raiders would be interesting to Kubiak just saying, hey, do you like Fernando Mendoza? You get to come in and here you go.
I think that's going to be the answer, right?
Yeah, whether it's the Raiders or the Cardinals, because Arizona, if they say, and we understand we might not get the guy this year, but then you're like, okay, I'm going with Jacoby Brissett or insert third round quarterback here. It's going to be difficult.
All right, 505-246-0610. Raiders, I think that's where you're going. Raider fan, how do you feel on the Clint Kubiak thing? There's more NFL stuff, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, guys that you know. I want to get more into the Belichick stuff. Broncos putting a roof on their stadium? Like, that's kind of interesting, that conversation. And the Gatorade Player of the Year in football in New Mexico has decided where he is going to play college football. Kicker, it's in state, but there's another kicker. It's not going to be for a couple of years. It's the opening drive. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
On Diego. And I told him this, and JJ, you've used this term a lot. I don't know that I used it on his show. You said it just takes one, right? You just need one team to believe. I do believe Diego will get drafted. Diego said he believes he'll get drafted. Now, I don't believe he'll get drafted on the first day, and I'm not even sure the second day. I think it'll be a third day thing. I believe there's going to be some teams that look at Diego's emotional tendencies, and it's going to have to be the right fit. Some people are going to be absolutely turned off by it. Cocky, arrogant. I need humility and cool. And there's going to be one somewhere that loves the fire in that dog, that loves the fight in that dog, that loves the win in that dog. He says, quote, I feel like you go watch the tape, number speaks for itself. Everything speaks for themselves. I feel like I'm the best player in the country, and I still believe that. That's just the ultimate confidence that I've had. I just want to show that it don't matter what size you are. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. He weighed 5'9" and 7/8, 198. And I do believe, JJ, there's going to be a team late in the draft that says, you know what? See what we can get out of him. He wins everywhere he goes. There's something about it, and it's got to be a team that says, you know what, and I like that. And we'll see. But we spent a lot of time talking about Diego yesterday on Jack's show down in Las Cruces. But that's kind of where I ended up on this. Is, you know, I don't know what position. Maybe he does end up playing another position. Maybe they create something for him. Maybe he is a quarterback. But I just think somebody in the draft at some point is going to go, you know what, I like him. I want him. Let's see what we can do with him. There's no risk. You're not as certain.
No, I don't see it, man.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the NFL.
Yeah.
There's plenty of dudes that win a lot of games in college football that don't get an opportunity just because you win games.
Yeah.
He is 5'9". There's dudes that have been
5'9" and 7/8. That's 5
with shoes on. It's just gonna sound like I'm hating on Diego Pavia. I don't see an NFL future for him. I don't see teams putting up with that for maybe a QB3 dude that's gonna be on the practice squad. And he's gonna be on social media all the time. Even Shedeur Sanders, who everyone was scared of, wasn't that guy.
No.
Like this year.
No.
For the Cleveland Browns.
Shedeur Sanders.
Diego is going to be worse when it comes to social media.
Did Shedeur get that? Was he a Heisman finalist?
Not sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I can run down the list. I could print out a book that has chapters of great college football players that don't translate to the NFL.
As can I. And I want you to be very clear. I'm not telling you I'm certain he sticks. I do believe he gets drafted. I do believe he gets a chance. That's what I believe. Now, do I think he has a long NFL career? Again, it's hard for me to say that, but again, I'm done betting against this dude. I just am. I'm just done saying no.
And you can never say never, and we talk about that all the time. I look at it and I think he'll be in a camp.
Yeah,
but I don't know if the team's going to be like, I don't know if he's going to end up being our QB3 in our practice squad. Like, is he just going to be able to be a football player? Or is it going to be Diego Pavia and your social media team and your coach can be like, oh, what?
Well, and that's why I said it's going to have to be the right one. And like I told Jack,
who puts up with that? QB3.
Let's see. Yeah, and because you're right, and I've said that a million times, right? That was the Colin Kaepernick thing to me. What team wants that noise around their backup?
And that dude went to the Super Bowl.
I know. What team wants that kind of noise around? I think that's a totally fair argument. And I don't know that you're not wrong. And I think the majority of teams are going to feel the way you do. It takes one. Which one is it? I don't know. I don't know. But I do believe, and I could be totally wrong too now. And I'm willing to be.
Yeah, if Diego Pavia lights it up and becomes the first 5'9" quarterback to win 10 games in the Super Bowl, Yeah,
and that's
serve
not
me
what,
my
that's,
giant.
That's
plate
not what
of
I'm
Pro.
saying.
Like,
yeah.
but I think there's just a lot there for a team that is still going to look at a developmental piece. Be like, there's already noise. There's already plenty of divas in locker rooms. And do you need that from your QB3?
Here's the other thing. I think the week, yesterday, today, tomorrow, is more important to Diego than what he does on the field on Saturday. And that's what I told Jack. I said, I think the time that he spends, and you hear about the Senior Bowl, the Shrine Bowl, it's the week. It's the scouts who are there that spend time with these guys, the interviews, the interaction. Everybody, I don't care what Diego Pavia does on the football field. Beck, the wide receiver for the Raiders who came from TCU. He's one of the few guys that I can tell you in one of these bowls really elevated his draft status. Right? Diego, the guy who's sitting in New York is runner-up for the Heisman Trophy, doesn't have to prove to anybody what he can do as a quarterback. That's not why Diego Pavia is there, to put tape down at the Senior Bowl. This is about his interaction with the pro scouts and the other prospects who were there this week. To me, and I told Jack this yesterday, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are way more important to Diego than whatever the hell he does on the football field on Saturday.
Yeah, look at what reportedly happened with Shedeur Sanders' attitude and how it tanked him.
Dropped him all the way to the 5th round. Yeah. So like I told Jack too, I said, there's a lot of I came from nowhere stories. There are. I mean, the league is full of I came from nothing. But not a lot of them were sitting on the stage in New York City as the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy either. And that may set him apart a little bit, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I think it's certainly something to watch over the next, however long. But that and he'll play on Saturday. But that's the noise coming out of there. And I wouldn't expect Diego to say anything else. I mean, what do you want him to say? I'm not one of the best players in the country?
I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah, I still got confidence in myself. I do expect to be drafted. I'm cool with everything he said.
What you're saying is correct. I'm just thinking about if, evaluating, and if the league just desperate for depth at the quarterback position. And you knocked it out of the park with the discussions. Because you have to be like, all right, Diego, we know you're confident. Everyone's confident. You have to have an edge to get to that level, to get into that league. We understand that. But if you bring you in and you end up being QB3, are you going to blow up the organization? Are you going to blow up on social media? Like, what are you doing with that regard? Because I just think about someone like Eric Crouch, right? He won the Heisman.
Mm-hmm.
Not an NFL quarterback.
No, there are plenty of them. Mike White. Yeah, there's plenty of them. This guy says, and I think I might have said this before. He says, I see Pavia playing into a Taysom Hill kind of a role, or at least I'd want him. I mean, first of all, how long did that last? Right?
But, it's still there. Taysom Hill is there, but Taysom Hill is like 6'4", 2 something. Like,
okay.
He lines up at tight end.
Yeah, he does line up at tight end. He's listed as a tight end, and then he's a quarterback, and then he can throw, and then he runs the ball. But I look, is your prototype? Hell no. All right, I know I'm late for this break. 505-246-0610. Jerry Palm's going to be with us coming up at 8:30 this morning. We'll talk to him some hoops, brackets, get his take on Diego Pavia as well. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Network.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Hyena's Comedy Nightclub.
Valentine's Day's coming, fellas. Quickly. John Thomas Jewelers has you. Check out what they're doing at John Thomas Jewelers. It'll save you from a bad gift. So they're making this easy to look thoughtful and prepared. John Thomas Jewelers, when you spend $950 or more, you will receive a free 1-carat lab-grown diamond pendant necklace with a chain. The pendant alone is valued at $950. So the pendant is totally free. There's no catch. You buy a $950 worth of diamond studs or more, free diamond pendant. $950 bracelet, free diamond pendant. Works with almost any $950 or more purchase. You get one piece, beautiful. You get a second beautiful diamond necklace, no additional cost. You give both to her, save one for the birthday or the anniversary. This is unbelievable what they're doing. It's a John Thomas Jewelers, and it's only while supplies last. It will end on Valentine's Day. So don't wait till the last minute. We're turning into February this weekend. Get over there now. Get it done. It's at John Thomas Jewelers, 3rd floor, Lewis University building. It's on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, right across the street from the Coronado Center. John Thomas Jewelers is a great deal. Go over there. They will help you win Valentine's Day, not just survive Valentine's. It's the opening drive, 505-246-0610. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Mudd asks, why has Pavia even thought about playing in the NFL? Although his play is good, not great, he will not be a star in the NFL. But I know you have a glimmer in your eye because he played for State. Who cares? He was a glove in Las Cruces because they are classless fans. I'm happy now he didn't ruin UNM's classy football program at his game. Why are we talking about him as an NFL prospect? Because the NFL
is dynamic.
Talking, yeah.
And he played in the SEC. He made plays. Like, I'm not going to listen to a.
Well, Mudd said he was good, not great. He was SEC Offensive Player of the Year in the best conference, or the second, one of the top two inarguable conference football, right?
Yeah, like I'm never going to say never with this dude. I think for Diego this week, of showing the confidence and being like, yeah, give me the opportunity. But what, you brought up, and I think was the last text before the break, like, I would be Diego, be like, hey, just give me a chance to get on the field. Yeah, put me in a package. Just I'd be doing everything just to say, put me on the field.
I think he's doing that,
and
don't you?
I don't know if he's willing to say, like, I'll be Taysom Hill, but
I haven't heard him say, now I don't know if anybody's asked him this. Would you play another position besides quarterback?
now I don't think he can. Like, he's not going to be a tight end full-time. A slot receiver, like,
yeah, is he a Julian Edelman?
Yeah. But at this point, I'm saying, yeah, I can throw the football, I can make the plays, but just give me an opportunity to get on the field and I'll show you something.
I think that's all he wants. Travis says, does Diego make a change in position to play in the NFL? Is he the league's next Edelman? What it says. My gut tells me, and I haven't heard him ask this question. I would ask him the question if we get him on. But is he willing to make, do what you said, whatever it takes to get on the field? But why are we talking about him? Not because I have a glimmer in my eye, Mud. Oh, yeah, you're right. He played at State, and I got a glimmer in my eye. Now, he played at Volcano Vista, which typically, local, long-time Porteños usually like people from here. But, he committed the cardinal sin, too. He played at New Mexico State, so you disowned him, I guess. So we shouldn't talk about him. He did finish runner-up for the Heisman, right? He was SEC Player of the Year. He is at the Senior Bowl. He is considered a prospect, correct? All those things are right?
Yeah, he's one of the most fascinating prospects because everyone needs a quarterback, but then you look at him and you're like, do I need a 5'9" quarterback that loves social media?
Just talk about Eck. Okay. And I love Eck. We talk about a lot of things, except for you can't. All right, 505-246-0610. I got a bunch of stuff to do. I'll get to these other emails as well as we get into the next segment. Lobos and Utah State play next Wednesday. Richard wants people fired for having that game on Wednesday night. I'll get there as well. Bad scheduling. People think that UNM schedules their own league games, JJ, and that somehow you should have known that it's a crime to be wasting a Saturday night on the road at San Jose State. They should have canceled the San Diego State Utah State game and put that game in Utah State, New Mexico on Saturday because Lobo fan. I'll explain how it's done. You don't want to hear it. 505-246-0610.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ. It wasn't Richard. It's Bill who wants people fired. It's the opening drive. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either.
I'm an AM 610, the sports animal. Your home for the NFL, the Super Bowl, the NCAA tournament, and the Final Four. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
A Thursday on what do you call the week before the week between the end of the season and Super Bowl? Just like dead week, bye week, Pro Bowl. Oh, that's right, Pro Bowl games week. That's what it is. Pro Bowl games week. Good morning, boys and girls, and thanks for finding the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Lady Lobos win last night. Big win over UNLV, who's been the bully in your league. 68-57 last night in the pit. JJ had the call, and it was UNM all night, huh? Best performance of the year?
Best 40 minutes of the season.
Joanna Magalesh, 15 to lead UNM. Destiny Hooks had 13. Dorkeeb at 11. Next up, Utah State in the pit on Saturday. That'll be a 12:30 pregame, 1 o'clock tip right here on the Sports Animal. Lobos have won 2 in a row. They are 6-4, 5th place in the Mountain West Conference, and still in the hunt for one of those first round buys, which I would consider to be very important.
I would agree. Don't play that extra game if you don't have to, but then you got to go win your first game.
All right. Men's basketball down south in Las Cruces. Delaware was in the Pan Am Center, 1-7 in Conference USA play. Delaware beats New Mexico State, 73-64. Aggies have lost 3 in a row, 5 out of 6. They're tied for 9th in Conference USA. Teams 11 and 12 do not make the conference tournament. They're 10-10, 3-7 in league play. Will be in Georgia to play Kennesaw State. That will be on Saturday. The Aggies are scuffling. And Lobo fan, I know you're concerned about this because they would have a long way to fall, right? To make that a quad. I'm looking for them, though. Have they fallen? New Mexico State was a quad 3 loss. They're down to 172, JJ. What would make that a road loss? What would drop that out of quad 3 to 4?
They'd have to drop to 241.
All right, that's a long way. All right,
But
so
they're dropping like a boulder.
they
off the
are.
mountaintop.
I think the thought of them getting high enough to 125 to make it a quad 2 loss for the Lobo resume is probably out of the realm at this point. But New Mexico State, man, what are we doing? Aggie fan, how you feeling about that? This was a year you thought, all right, bunch of new. Start out, they beat New Mexico. They start out like 3-0, right? 3-0, 4-0. Went down to that Cancun trip or wherever they went in Mexico, and they came back and they were pretty good. And thinking, hey, the Aggies look nice. They got athletes, and they have lost 3 in a row, 5 of 6. All 3 losses at home too, right? They lost to Delaware at home last night, FIU, and who was the other loss? Was it Middle the other day, or somebody beat them?
Missouri State.
Missouri State, yeah, Missouri State beat them. Yeah, no, it's rough right now for the Aggies. All right, 505-246-0610, Lobo men basketball. They'll be back in the pit on Wednesday. They go to San Jose State on Saturday night, and it'll be big. So the standings in the Mountain West right now, San Diego State after their victory last night. San Diego State beat up on Colorado State 73-50. Utah State beat up on Wyoming 94-62. So the top 3 teams in the league, New Mexico, Utah State, San Diego State. Not in that order in the standings right now. San Diego State with the Lobos and Aggies tied. Really, really made statements this week. Utah State and San Diego State at home. The Lobos on the road. Lobos won by 28 in Vegas. Aztecs won by 23 at home. And Utah State won by 32 at home. A real separation. Utah State hosts San Diego State Saturday on CBS, 11 o'clock in the morning. Big, big game at the top of the stand. And then Utah State comes here. What a run for Utah State, right?
Here we go.
Yeah. All right, Bill is pissed. Isn't it awesome, Jeff? One of the biggest Mountain West games is this weekend. They're not up against the NFL. Most folks don't need to drag themselves to work or school on the next day after a late post time. Oh, wait. Lobo basketball is wasting a Saturday night in San Jose where there's going to be 50 people in the stands and playing the Utah State Aggies at 9 o'clock at night on Wednesday. I don't want to see jobs lost, but there needs to be jobs lost over these continuing scheduling faux pas from Bill. So, Bill, I would ask you, what should the Lobos do this Saturday instead of, in your words, wasting? You understand the league makes a schedule, right? You do understand that? Or I hope you do. I hope you do.
And the league got it wrong.
You get X number of home games and Saturday games, and I hope you understand. The league, with all due respect to you in New Mexico, probably looked at this and said, you know what, San Diego State and Utah State, both returning coaches and a core of players, good chance they're going to be 2 of the top teams. There's a Saturday window on CBS that we can get. Let's schedule that on a Saturday and put it on CBS. So, don't you think, or should the league now say, you know what, get Utah State and New Mexico on Saturday and pull one of those? What do you want them to do? And then where do you want the Lobos to go Saturday? Where should they be instead of wasting? When would it be all right to go to San Jose?
Wednesday.
Oh, at 9 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
So what should the Lobos do Saturday? They should break up that San Diego State, Utah State game and be on CBS?
Yes.
Whose job do you want lost? Is it the AD? I know you think the athletic director schedule. The league schedules these games. And for instance, you think the league had any idea when they scheduled San Diego State, New Mexico football that game was going to be for potentially first place in the league at the last game of the year? They had no idea. None. Both those teams were scheduled to not be good, and there they were competing for potentially, they all tied for. What are you suggesting? The Lobos don't play at 9? Okay, fair. I'm listening to that. Nobody likes these 9 o'clock starts. Fair. Leon Rice has made that very clear. I'm just going to tell you, you're not getting away from it. And especially as you get later in the season, the networks love those late night windows because they're making money on them. They consider you to be West Coast. I'm with you on that. I don't love those either. I don't like the 9 o'clock starts. However, when you sell your TV rights, and you've heard this term, grant of rights, when you sell them to the networks, they get to schedule your first night. It's kind of that simple. Sorry. Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Travis, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Travis.
Good morning, fellas.
How you living?
Listen, I'm great, man. Listen, I always like to start my day in a celebratory fashion, with a cup of positivity. But judging from Mud and some of your other texters and callers, man, it sounds like someone pissed in their Fruit Loops.
Yep.
And I feel bad for them. I really do. Listen, Mud, the reason why we're talking about Diego Pavia is because it is a National Football League story. That's why. I mean, should we not have talked about Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders or any of the other potential rookie quarterbacks coming out of the NCAA last year? I mean, this is what we do. You're constantly forecasting where these guys, might end up, whether or not they have a prospect of making an NFL roster, and if they do, whether or not they'll have an opportunity to start or to be a star. I mean, listen, Mud, this is Sports Talk Radio, bro.
And kind of weird, he played high school football and grew up in your town. Then there's that aspect to it.
That's exactly right. There's a local nexus here, and it's not only Lobo fans listening to this radio show, guys. I mean, listen, I'm a diehard Lobo fan. I'm here for the Diego Pavia takes. I really am. And if he ends up being the next Julian Edelman and has had the success that guy has had in his career, won a whole bunch of Super Bowl rings, I'm sure Diego Pavia would be pretty damn proud of himself. And by the way, that is absolutely when New Mexico fans like Mud will swoop in and claim him as their own. The minute he gets the chip, the minute he gets the big golden ring, that's when they'll swoop in and be like, he's one of ours through and through. He's an Albuquerque native. So it's one of those things. But this is a really, really important game on Saturday for the Lobos. Obviously, we had a little bit of a misstep last year against San Jose.
Yeah, that won't happen.
And it was disappointingly so, let's be honest. But for some reason, I really do feel more confident about this team than I did last year's team, because this team started out in this league as such, I think, underdogs. Like when you look at the preseason rankings, like no one believed in this team. And if you're a Lobo fan, look at yourself in the mirror. You didn't believe in this team.
Why
either.
would you?
There's no way
what was to believe
Lobo
in?
Fans a year ago were sitting here, expecting that they would be debating with the committee about whether or not this team was going to get an at-large bid.
There was
That
nothing to
wasn't the
believe in, Travis.
conversation.
Travis, there was nothing to believe in. You had no idea who or what they were, man. There were all these names. There was this guy you didn't know how to pronounce his name from Croatia was coming in, and all these freshmen, and this new coach coming in from UC San Diego, and you were still kind of cranky that you lost Patino. And yes, you're 1,000% right.
Yeah, and so now we're here, and you're annoyed that the Saturday lineup doesn't include you during prime time because the league scheduled San Jose State
They screwed you.
and not the Utah State game that's playing next Wednesday. Well, guess what? Show up, show out on Wednesday then. I mean, this is kind of a crazy frustration that some Lobo fans have, especially with where we started. And I mean, listen, we need to win on Saturday, or else, quite frankly, a lot of whatever else happens during this regular season is not going to matter as much. I mean, still matters, but we need to win that game on Saturday. And it doesn't matter if it's being broadcast during the primetime slot in the afternoon or in the late morning on Saturday on CBS, or if it's, on CBS Sports Network at 9 o'clock, whenever it is. Like,
Fine.
It doesn't matter. We got to win that game. And so that's all I'll say to the Lobo fans. And then final thing for me, I think a lot of NFL fans in this community or maybe around the country have to be a little disappointed by how this coaching carousel is slowing down and some of these spots that are getting filled. Like, the best coach the Steelers could land is Mike McCarthy? Nah, give me Tomlin back, honestly. So I think a lot of the names are not splashy hires, quite frankly. I would have loved to have seen McDaniels end up in Detroit as their OC. I would have thought he would have made a better hire at Tennessee, quite frankly. I'm not sure having Robert Saleh, coaching a young NFL quarterback is a great move, but
that's why they hired Brian Dable
with the Chargers is going to be electric. I mean, it's like the Geek Squad at Best Buy, right? It's the nerd bar really at funny. Apple. You've combined two super nerdy guys who are both going to roll out in Dockers with their glasses and just nerd out about football, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Better watch out for the Chargers. They're going to be good this year. Have a good day, guys.
That's actually really funny. That's why Brian Dable's the new offensive coordinator at Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's why Robert Saleh just brought him in. All right, lot there. 505-246-0610. On the Aggies thing, I just got this email, and it's true. Lobo Hobo says this was the same Delaware Cornish game hens New Mexico State beat by 30 last week at the Bob. Yeah, New Mexico State back about a week and a half ago played Delaware at their place and beat them 97-68. What's happened? So something's happened since that, because since then they've lost 3 in a row at home to Missouri State, Florida International. Something happened with New Mexico State. I don't know if Jason's. I'm not close enough to that, and I'd like to figure it out. All right, 505-246-0610. Jerry Palm from Palm Brackets going to be in here in 15 minutes. We'll talk to him about his brackets, some college football, his thoughts on Diego, how many Mountain West teams does he have in his bracket. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Blaze King Showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online.
Young had, it was Frank Reich, right? Caleb Williams had Eberflus fired. Last year, Cam Ward had, who was the head coach that was fired? He was. But he was fired.
The OC from Cincinnati.
I mean, it's right. Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer might as well have been fired. Yeah, what are we doing? And so every year, these first year, well, why are they developing so? Why is it taking so long? Well, because they're going through different systems. They're put in bad situations. Why is a guy picked first? Why does a team have first pick? Tell me again, how do you earn a first round pick? Or the first overall pick? How do you earn that? Oh, wait, you have the worst record in the league. You are the worst team. Raiders. But we want to believe the Fernando Mendoza thing is going to be way different this year too, right? I hope so. I mean, for his sake.
Hope. It's a heck of a drug in sports. And at least for the Raiders, they're pairing up the head coach with the number 1 overall pick.
Right.
There you go.
All right, the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh is their coach that hired Mike McDaniel, the former Dolphins head coach, to be their offensive coordinator. They tabbed Chris O'Leary as their defensive coordinator. You're like, Chris O'Leary? He was at Western Michigan. Killing it, I guess, with the Broncos? I believe them to be the Broncos. He's coming back to the Chargers. He was their safeties coach in 2024. He was at Western Michigan. The defense there ranked 9th in FBS. They were second in the MAC in scoring defense. They were the MAC's second best unit in total net yards. Before there, he was at Notre Dame. He was the defensive analyst, DB coach, and safety coach, the Chargers. Okay. This one, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know anything about Chris O'Leary. It's just, wow, that one's deep off the radar into the bucket, right?
It is, and a lot of these are. And I just think back just a couple minutes ago, Travis was talking about uninspiring hires, this or that. There are very few assistants that you all know. Like Ben Johnson, the last couple of years was one of those guys, but a lot of these other offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators that everyone's going to get so excited about, you have no idea who they are, and then your team hires them, and you're like, yeah, we got that guy. I'm not uninspired by these hires. I think this was a coaching cycle that there were coaches that deserved another opportunity. I have no problem with Robert Saleh in Tennessee and the amount of experience that was available on the market. I don't think it was like a bunch of terrible hires. Even with Mike McCarthy going to Pittsburgh, I don't dislike that. Because if you hired, I guess, yes, the new kind of the unknown is exciting for fans, but whoever the Rams offensive coordinator is right now, if they hired him, you're like, boom, yeah, let's go. You still don't have a quarterback. Like, that's going to be, whether it's Mike McCarthy or that guy, you have to figure out what that process is going to be. And I don't think it changes for Pittsburgh, whether it was McCarthy or the OC, you didn't know his name until he was hired.
Yeah. All right. Mud is telling me and telling us the SEC Player of the Year isn't that big of a deal. Mud adds, Pavia won the SEC Player of the Year, ? Wow. In a down year for Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, etc. Ole Miss was pretty good. Texas A&M was pretty good. SEC found an opportunity to give it to an underdog team out of pity, not of athleticism. He said bleep Indiana because he cried that he didn't win the Heisman. Pissed on the Lobo emblem because he cried UNM didn't recruit him. And what else? Raiders are going to pick Mendoza, not Pavia. So bleep the Raiders now, a team Pavia wants to play for. LOL. They gave it to him out of pity. The SEC now is but that's one of the best things you said. Yeah, no, the SEC just they're now into giving their Player of the Year is out of pity. Yeah, Alabama was down, but Ty Simpson's going to get drafted. Their quarterback. Ole Miss was pretty good. Texas A&M was damn good. I don't know. Texas was pretty decent.
Yeah, the SEC's been on quite a run of giving out the Offensive Player of the Year awards.
Who's it been? Who's their last one?
Guys, just to give it to them.
Yeah, who's it been?
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he's safe.
Devonta Smith.
Pity.
Bryce Young.
Oh, yeah.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, they gave it to him out of pity. All right, Jerry Palm's going to be with us when we get back. He runs Palm Brackets. It's a great website. We're going to talk to him about college basketball, college football. Just a great conversation every week with him. Not because of us, but because he's pretty good. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Sound.
This report brought to you by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games.
Nebraska's real.
Yeah. I mean, we're that's our first loss after 20 wins?
Yes.
So we probably should have figured that they were real before now. I think for me, it's like when they went into Illinois and won, I thought, oh, all right. It's because their non-conference schedule is terrible. And it's really was kind of holding them back, at least in my bracket for a while, because their overall schedule wasn't very good. But once they won in Illinois, it's like, all right, this is obviously a thing. And then that performance, even in a loss at Michigan, that's. And of course, they beat Michigan State at home too. Nebraska's definitely in this thing to stay.
So you got that quad one. Is JJ quad one? New Mexico's 39th. Is that a quad one win over New Mexico now that Nebraska has?
Is it at home?
It was neutral.
That's top 50 neutral.
That's a quad one win. You could thank the mighty Lobos. All right, the other one I watched the other day, Arizona and BYU. I thought Arizona damn near gave it away. I'm sold on Arizona too. As far as I'm concerned, Arizona, Michigan, I guess UConn maybe have separated themselves from everybody else.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, did you say Nebraska?
Yeah, I mean, I love Nebraska. I didn't in that sentence, no.
Duke is in there too.
Yes, Duke. Yes.
So that's there's like probably five teams that look like they could be number one seeds. They can't all be number one seeds, but it looks like we'll probably have a number two seed that probably should be a one.
Jerry, in your recent post, you're talking about the SEC and the depth that they had last year, and you really like how competitive it is this season. It might be one of the best major conference races we see. Yeah,
it's funny because last year they put 14 of their 16 teams in the field, which is crazy, right? This year they could probably hit double digits again, but the highest seeded team in my current bracket was Vanderbilt. I think is a 4. And that's, so they don't have a team that's dominating, that's running away, and there's still time for that to happen. But for them, or you could maybe argue that Florida looks like the best team at the moment in that league. But it's been just really competitive, top to bottom. You don't know what you're going to get any given night, but nobody seems to be, in a position to run away with this thing. And so that might be the most fun conference to watch, just because you can get anything on any given night. Auburn last night beat Texas. I watched some of that game, but then I was reading the game story, and they said that Auburn scored on all but 4 of its second half possessions. That's pretty efficient offense. Plus, when you're missing the shot, you're getting a rebound and you're still scoring. So, pretty good performance by Auburn. But yeah, that's, and Auburn has just been kind of hit and miss. And a lot of these teams have been kind of hit and miss, more hits than miss, but still, no one's really built a lot of consistency in this league, which has made it kind of fun to watch.
Jerry Palm Brackets, joining us here on the opening drive. And I know the top of the bracket, as you were putting your last one together, you had 6 Big 12 teams, 5 Big 10 teams in that top 16, and there's a lot of challenges putting that bracket together.
Yeah, well, obviously the main bracketing rule of that part of the bracket is for the top 4 seeds, you keep teams from the same conference in different regions. Well, you can't really do that when you've got 6 from one league and 5 from another. And so just really keeping it down to, repeating, not getting 3 in one region is a bit of a challenge, and just keeping everybody separated. So it was, it's, it doesn't really seem likely that as these teams get through their conference schedules that it'll still be the case at the end. But you can see 5 from one or both of those conferences in the final top 16. It'll be interesting to see. The committee will do their presentation probably the weekend of the 15th of February, and it'll be interesting to see what it's like, when the committee shows us their top 16 in a couple of weeks.
I'm looking at Palm Brackets right now. First of all, there's a great tool on here. There's a team comparison, so you can put in 2 teams, and you see their resumes side by side. So, like right now, I put in New Mexico and Utah State, and you see what they did, quad 1, quad 3, where they're. It's a great tool.
It's got all their rankings on it.
It's spectacular. Yeah. All right, you got 3 Mountain West teams in right now, and New Mexico is one of the last.
All
4.
11s.
All right, fair enough. So that means they're all really teetering. New Mexico's resume at 17-4. They get Utah State in the pit on Wednesday. They got a quad 3 loss. It's going to probably stay quad 3 at New Mexico State. They got the one,
or it might get worse. I mean, New Mexico State is not. It's going kind of the wrong way.
Yeah, they're in trouble right now. They may not make their conference tournament. They just beat Delaware by 30 about a week and a half ago at their place, and lost last night in Las Cruces. When it's all said and done, I know I asked you this last week, 2.5 over under. You said under. You think one of them falls out. I've watched those top 3 teams separate this week. New Mexico wins on the road at UNLV by 28. San Diego State wins last night by 23. Utah State wins last night by 32. They're going to start playing each other. Do they knock each other out? Is that how this is going to play?
Yeah, I think one of them, and I would, if I had to pick, I'd probably pick San Diego State. But they have Utah State twice, and they have to go to New Mexico. So that's the least favorable schedule of those 3, at least in terms of the head-to-head. They don't. They have to go to Boise. I suppose that'll be a tough game.
Well,
as
Utah State still got to go to.
Obviously not.
Utah State still has to go to San Diego and Albuquerque.
Yeah. So, okay. So yeah, it's going to be a fun race among those 3 teams. It certainly looks like one of them is going to be the AQ, but you can't rule out a team like, for example, Grand Canyon. Right. Making that kind of a move, or Nevada, sneaking up and winning the league, and then knocking one of those guys out, most likely. So, the Mountain West race, because the teams involved are so close to the cut line, is going to be pretty compelling.
I got to ask you this, and I'm not going to pretend, and I don't want to put you on the spot too much, because I'm not going to pretend you watch a ton of New Mexico basketball. Pete Gillen on the post-game show after they blew UNLV out by 28 the other night said Eric Olin should be considered National Coach of the Year. Came in here, all that was left was one manager and the sports information guy and a few basketballs and a brand new roster, brand new coach.
Yeah,
they're 17-4. They're 8-2 in league. I mean, is that super hyperbolic, or is that fair?
No, I mean, for this league, you're talking about Coach of the Year.
He said
for this
national.
League,
he said national. He said national.
Well, I mean, the National Coach of the Year is going to be Fred Hoiberg.
I think that's right. 100%.
So
yes.
But I would say that merits some discussion. The problem is that, the Mountain West kind of flies under the radar in those kind of conversations. But he's completely right that this has just been a remarkable building job. And it just goes to show, what you can do in the era of NIL and stuff. Now, Mountain West teams don't have the kind of money to throw around that, say, a Nebraska does. And I'm not saying Nebraska built it that way, but, you can still, put together good rosters in a flash these days. It's amazing. In Indiana, football is kind of the story, the big story of what you can do with enough money and you spend it wisely. And that spend it wisely part's important for everybody, but it's especially important for schools like New Mexico who probably don't have a ton of money to begin with.
Yeah, but they've got.
This has been.
They're competitive with their peers, and I think that's what makes the New Mexico thing an interesting job.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, they could win a league.
Yeah,
they could win the league with, like you said, starting out with basically nothing. No roster,
nothing. Nothing.
No,
Everything was gone.
And
literally,
end up winning what's still a pretty good league, the Mountain West.
All right. Lastly, before we get out of here, you got one?
Well, I was Jerry, we look at Gonzaga this season, and they're wrapping up their West Coast Conference run, and you got the St. Mary's Gales coming in on Saturday. When last times we'll see these teams in the regular season. What kind of Gonzaga team is it? And St. Mary's, we always see them on the bubble. And what kind of game do we expect on Saturday?
Well, I expect something very competitive. I mean, the game's at Gonzaga, so that's obviously an advantage. But St. Mary's always gives them fits. So I expect a competitive game. And then they'll play each other again, I think, in the regular season. Gonzaga's, that's their challenger. It's been their challenger every year in that league, and it's still their challenger now. And St. Mary's is a team that may or may not make the tournament. And whether or not they do is probably going to depend on whether or not they can find a way to beat Gonzaga one of the 2 or 3 times they play them.
Hey, real quick, I want to hit you on a football thing. Diego Pavia It's been a big conversation around here because he's from here, and look, he's SEC Player of the Year. Senior Bowl, I was on a show yesterday talking about him, and I said, Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is more important to him than what he does on the football field. And the guy was running up for the Heisman. Does he get drafted?
The actual exhibition game doesn't matter.
No, I
it's the
agree.
workouts in front of scouts.
100%. Does he get drafted?
I'd be surprised if he didn't get drafted.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be a first-round guy, but
No.
I'd be shocked if he didn't get drafted at all.
Yeah, I think it's going to take somebody, and it just takes one who says, you know what, I like that attitude. There's going to be plenty who they're turned off by what somebody explained to me. What did Jack call it? His emotional tendencies is his emotional tendencies tend to go different places. But I think there's going to be one place that says, you know what, I like that cocky guy. I like his
emotions, I think, help him on the field.
Okay.
Off the field, he probably needs to learn to rein him in a little bit. But on the field, I think if he had to be less emotional, I don't think he would play as well. I think he needs that juice to elevate his game.
Yeah, that's good. All right, safe travels. We'll catch up with you next week. Go to the website. Palm Brackets is so good. The breakdowns are great. The comparison tool you could just sit there and stare at for days. You could just put in two different teams and look at what they've done. The metrics are all right there. But it's great content for both football and basketball. It's palmbrackets.com. Follow him on the socials. Your social media handles are?
It's JPPU85.
All right. Enjoy the week. Always appreciate the conversation. Be well.
All right, thanks.
See you. He is the great Jerry Palm. So honestly, when I found this comparison tool, have you looked at it yet?
Oh, it's fun. I like this side to side.
Yeah,
comparisons.
Literally, just go okay. And so I did New Mexico and Utah State, and I flat out don't understand how you get to the metric. Right? I'm looking at New Mexico, and I'm like, all right, why is Utah State so much better? And I guess it's because they're 2-2 in quad one as opposed to 1-3 for New Mexico. That might be the big thing. They both have one quad 3 loss. For New Mexico, it's New Mexico State. For Utah State, it's UNLV.
25-39 is not
that much different, but it's been different. Yeah. It's been quite different.
Yeah, but I think as you just laid it out, quad one matter, even if you have that one more win.
Yeah, it does. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more.
Time with us. 505-246-0610. Come on in and play radio. It's the opening drive. Jeff and JJ on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. JJ, your guy Bill, he's the one who's pissed off that the Lobos are wasting a Saturday night in San Jose and having to play the big game on Wednesday night. I'm like, well, what is it you want? He says, well, let me put it this way. You know San Jose State's probably not going to be very good, and regardless of when the Spartans play, there's going to be 50 folks at the event center. So let's bury that on a Wednesday at 9 o'clock and have your marquee games in the better time slot when you can get better gates. All fair. However, you, again, didn't know this was going to be a marquee game. I think they do probably try to do that. Right? Where was New Mexico in the preseason polls? 6th, 7th, 5th, 6th, 7th? Where were they? Right? So the first time you played them was pre-Christmas. I want to say, because I'm pretty sure, I know I called that. Was it like December 20th, right? It was that early conference game before the break. And so...
Well, at some point, to his... Well, he's out there screaming, well, no. Utah State's going to be like, well, we have a Saturday home game against San Diego State. When are we moving our game? Why would we move our game on Saturday just because you want your marquee game? We want our marquee game.
There's nothing for them to scream about because they got it. Right?
No, but I mean, so he's saying, well, why isn't this played at our place on a Saturday? Well, because they're playing at their place on that Saturday. So how many kind of Saturdays do you want to move around?
Yeah. Like what? I don't have the schedule in front of me. What does next Saturday look like? Pretty much.
Boise State's in Albuquerque.
I mean, that's a pretty big one, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you're going to argue, and you'll argue correctly, that it's not as big as this Utah State game is, and you're right. But preseason, if you thought the Lobos were going to be worth a damn, that's a pretty big game, right? Lobos were picked 5th in the preseason poll. San Diego State, Utah State, Boise State, Grand Canyon, New Mexico, 5th, UNLV 6th, Colorado State, and Nevada 7th. Coach of the Year is an easy one in this league right now, halfway through, by the way. And he's right on the Fred Hoiberg thing. Lobo fans are going to lose their mind a little bit on this, but what Fred Hoiberg's done at Nebraska on a national scale, and they beat you. So, but at least as we sit here today. Yeah, I hear you. I hear your frustration. You want heads to roll. I just don't know. I mean, you don't schedule these things a week in advance. They put a schedule together. They try to put it together. You know how hard it is too, by the way, because you're also scheduling women, and the arena's got to be open, so the women can't be there at the same time. And other arenas have whether it's concerts or other stuff in there, and there's graduations and around the holiday time, and right. You got fall or winter graduation, December graduation, right? All right, 505-246-0610. I got a lot more for you from you. I want to get more into the Belichick thing, what Tom Brady had to say about it. The Raiders quarterback, the Raiders head coaching thing. Aggie fan, let's go. Where are you? How are you feeling about where your basketball program is right now, too? Because that's a bad loss last night, no matter how you slice it. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 630 Sports Animal.
We invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Network.
AM 610 KNML, the sports animal. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, happy Thursday to you. Final hour of our program. Lots to do on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Lobo women were winners last night. Big victory in the pit, 68-57. Joanna Magalesh, 15 points. Destiny Hooks, 13. Lobos take down the Rebels in their second win. Say Magalesh. Am I saying it right? How do you say it?
Joanna Magalesh.
Magalesh. I remember she was telling me, I'm like, that's what I'm saying. She's like, Magalesh.
Magalesh.
Yeah. You got some names for Utah State coming up on Saturday, don't you?
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. My, the hardest one is I remember the first time I did it, and I don't know if I think you did it last year when I was doing Aggie Vision, and the Aggies would play Hawaii every year. That's every name is multisyllabic. What I learned about Hawaiian is it's just very phonetic. It's very phonetic.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Aggies, tough loss men's basketball last night. 73-64, they lose to Delaware. Delaware was 1-7 in conference play. They beat the Aggies. The Aggies lose 3 in a row in the Pan Am Center. They've lost 3 straight. They've lost 5 of 6. They are 10-10. They are tied for 9th in their conference, and they're on the road in Georgia to play Kennesaw State. And they're just, it's scuffling. Aggie fan, I was just talking to one in the hallway. He's like, I'm done. I don't even watch them anymore. I mean, when's Hooten out? I think, and I'm not looking to fire coaches. You know, I'm not the guy who wants people to lose their job. But I also understand the business. I think it's like a $1.8 million buyout. And Joe Fields, the new athletic director down there, has not been shy to make changes, certainly within administration. Tony Sanchez is your football coach moving forward, coming off their 4-8 season, which I think is the right thing. And you know, something's happened, JJ, because were they 6? Clark was just feeling they were 6-0 to start, but they looked good early in the season. When they played the Lobos, and I was courtside, I called that game. I was like, wow, they got some athletes. They got a really, really nice team. I thought they were going to be good. Yeah, they started out 6-0. That means that they are, 4-10 since, right? Yeah. Losses to South Alabama and Abilene Christian. Twice to FIU, twice to Missouri State. Aggie fan, you can get in at 505-246-0610. Mountain West last night, the cream is rising to the top, coming off 2 nights after the Lobos win in Vegas by 28. San Diego State beat Colorado State 73-50 in Southern California. Utah State 94, Wyoming 62. That was in Logan. So the top 3 teams all won by north of 20 points midweek this week. That would be San Diego State, Utah State, and New Mexico in order of listing in the standings. Aztecs and Aggies in Logan, that'll be on Saturday. And then the Aggies are in the pit next Wednesday, which is going to be a really, really big game for New Mexico. Lobo women have a throwback theme on Saturday, 1 o'clock out of the pit. 90s throwback, right?
Going back to the 90s.
All right. Way, way back. All the way back. All right, 505-246-0610. Text line says, and Travis, sorry, I didn't see this till after. I'm not sure why Jerry would have answered this, but it says, can you ask Jerry, and can you guys also answer, what's the worst job in the NFL? Certainly any coach would be excited about being elevated to the head man of an NFL team. There are only 32 jobs. But if you had the opportunity to choose between 2 teams, which team would you say no matter who the team was? JJ, I think there's 2 ways to answer this. One of them is current, and one of them would be historical, correct? I mean, historical, I think, would be the Browns, no?
Yeah.
Although the Jets would probably be a close second. And in the current situation, I don't think the Raiders are there because they have the number 1 overall pick. I don't think it's Cleveland or the Jets currently, don't you think, as far as the worst of the 32 head coaching jobs? And Aaron Glenn's keeping the job with the Jets. He just fired his entire, everybody on the staff. He fired everybody. What would you say? It's one of those 2. And I would almost argue the Jets because the expectations are so, well, you get to live in New York instead of Cleveland. I guess. Just because every year the Jets' expectations, that fan base thinks they're going to win. I have no idea where they think they're going quarterback-wise. And at least with the Browns, I have a glimmer of hope. I've got 2 young quarterbacks there, and I have a glimmer that maybe Deshaun Watson is going to be Deshaun Watson. At least I have 3 options. With the Jets, I don't even, and I've got a really good defense with Cleveland. With the Jets, what do I have? I would argue the Jets.
The Jets. I think the Raiders have to be in that conversation.
Okay, but they have the first pick.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I know.
What?
But what else do they have? Fair.
It's if we're asking a worst job, you have to think organizationally and overall.
Yeah, it's totally
and
fair.
ownership and
totally fair.
Track record over the last few years.
Yeah.
There's tough because look at Cincinnati, because all you hear is just how cheap their owner is. But it's we got Joe Burrow.
If Cincinnati did not have Joe Burrow, would that be the worst job? It could be.
Yes,
It could be.
yes.
If they
Because
didn't
they
have
just
Joe
always
Burrow.
talked about
So then
how
throw
cheap they
Cincinnati
are.
in there.
And the facilities, stuff like that.
All right, you got to lay down a significant amount of money, one side or the other. Joe Burrow, because I know where I'm going, will or will not spend his entire career, and I say the entire career, the entire last contract, like an Aaron Rodgers kind of a run, doesn't. The entirety of his significant career with the Bengals. Meaning, does he move in his prime? Would you say he stays in Cincinnati or ends up somewhere else?
He ends up somewhere else.
I believe that. That's where I am. Yeah, why do you think that?
I think we'll get to a point, too. If you're Joe Burrow, and he's got to be available in this. He's missed some time with injury. But I think if he kind of same thing happens, you see the upside, but it's 8-win seasons, or they're always chasing late. He could be a quarterback that says, like, thanks, guys, I'm ready for something else.
I think they get sick of each other. All right, so, and I get the injury issue because I think it's real. I don't know what I got to go look at the assets. Jets, do they have assets to go, hey, where did the Jets pick? 3? They don't have a quarterback that they could throw there that they could. I keep thinking like the Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff kind of a trade, right? Where I give you Matthew Stafford, you give me a couple of first round picks and a quarterback to get by for now, and that's what Jared Goff was supposed to be, a quarterback to get by for now. Is there a trade like that for Joe Burrow? If the Cardinals said, here's some assets in Kyler Murray for Joe Burrow. If Tua's not the guy, because no one's taking that contract, and I'm not sure anybody's taking Kyler Murray's contract because it's really, but so was Jared Goff's considered at the time. But is there a trade like that where there's a team that says, what has Pittsburgh got? Could they? I mean, you're not sending them Mason Rudolph. That doesn't do it, and you're not picking high enough in the draft. But
I don't think Cincinnati would immediately hang up the phone on Arizona.
All right. What if who just took what if John Harbaugh says, John Harbaugh, I know you love you some Jackson Dart, but what if he says, here's Jackson Dart in the 3rd pick and something else for Joe Burrow?
Like, it's the mind going.
Doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And I'm not sure I've ever really thought this way until this conversation led me this way. You've got to have something to give them in the immediate, right? There's got to be a plan in the immediate to help Cincinnati through either bridge or grow a new quarterback. And I know Bengal fan would lose their mind or whatever, but are we a year away from that? Or are we just not there? I mean, we could be there now, or we could be a year, but aren't you throwing something like that around? If you are, who's the
so
top?
The Giants have the 5th pick.
Okay.
So if you said, hey, pick number 5, Jackson Dart.
And a 3rd.
Joe Burrow. What do you think? Now, contract-wise, given the fact, Joe Burrow's on a $200 million deal.
And Jackson Dart's on a rookie deal.
Like, if you're the Giants, you're able to absorb it.
Right.
But because that was one of those things with Goff and Stafford, they had the high quarterback contracts. Like, yeah, that's fine. Well,
and hence the Kyler Murray thing, right? That's why they could absorb that. I think, Cincinnati would rather not. They'd rather go the other way on that. Did you see another place? Like Miami, nobody's taking Tua. The Jets don't have anything. Where are they going to send Justin Fields? There's nothing there the Jets have, I don't think. Or what if the Jets said, here's this year's first, next year's first, and what's the wide receiver that got hurt this year?
I'm like, well, I have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Yeah, I don't need that. No, that's fair enough. Give me a pass rush.
I mean, like,
no,
I need like
no, you're right. You're right. I was thinking Cleveland. So here's next year's first, this year's first, and like an impact, like a pass rusher for Joe Burrow. No,
it's going to be 3+ first-round picks. If you're trading Michael Parsons for 2 first-round picks, like
Joe Burrow, and I'm not getting a quarterback.
4.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's 4.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I don't think that. Like, aren't you?
I don't even know if you can trade 4 first-round picks.
Aren't you lobbing those calls though? If you're some of those teams.
Yeah, I think the Giants one is fascinating. Here's 5, a young quarterback. especially if you look at, everyone thinks Harbaugh's going to come in and they're talking themselves into a better foundation overall. You look at what they've invested in the defensive front seven. Malik Neighbors comes back healthy.
So if you're the Bengals, you say,
if you're
all
the Giants,
I'm listening, but give me, all right. So we're talking about number 5 overall, Jackson Dart. I want next year's first, and I want a third this year.
That would be the back and forth. But then we've also seen people love the upside of having that rookie quarterback on that deal for a couple of years. And if it clicks and everything else you can do.
Well, but if the Giants are looking to turn it now, I got Malik Neighbors. I get Cam Scatterbu back. I got a defense that's got some pieces to it.
And
I got a lot of free agent money.
Saw what Bo Nix
and
Caleb Williams did this year.
I get that.
Jackson Dart will be a second-year quarterback.
Is he that guy? If you believe he's that guy, then you go that. But is it or he's not Joe Burrow, right? Everybody thinks Joe Burrow is that guy when he's healthy. Can you keep him healthy?
That one is the most intriguing of the scenarios.
I'm glad I got you thinking. 505-246-0610. What do you think? I'm just throwing stuff out there now. But that one makes me... All right, why not Bill? And who are the people who did not vote for Bill? Because all of a sudden, they're trying to unmask him never mind. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Join.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded.
Says, even if Pavia wins 10 Super Bowls, I will not claim him. Cool. I appreciate a man who's going to stick, or a woman who's going to stick to their guns. You feel a certain way? Good. I respect that. No?
Yeah. I only claim islands, plant my flag, and
is that what you claim?
Countries and stuff like that, you know. But
that's fair enough. This one in regards to a Wednesday late start coming up next week, 9 o'clock against Utah State. This one says, remember the big Monday games that started at 10 p.m.? Fell for it a couple of times. Somebody would call, want my game tickets, would always be for those 10 p.m. games. So that was a thing way back in the day.
It was almost like that was a fun thing to embrace.
That's where I was going. Yeah, because Big Monday was such a big deal on ESPN. They go Big East, Big 12, and then they can't remember. Was that WAC? That was Mountain West, right? And so you'd get a big game in here, and it was a big deal. It started at those games started at 10. Now I think they would only do that to you once a year.
Yeah, dude, I remember Monday night I'd sneak and stay up, turn on the TV, watch the 10 o'clock Lobo game.
Yeah, that was a real thing. And I don't know that people complained a lot.
Wondering
about
how I wouldn't wake up Tuesday morning.
Look, is it ideal? No, man. Look, they played the other night at 9, and I was tired the next day. I was. But you want the TV. You want the TV money. Part of what comes with it.
I would say it's easier for road games.
100%. 'Cause you're laying in your bed. Yeah, there's no doubt.
You're just doom scrolling anyway on your phone until 11 o'clock at night. But
yeah, no, I'm laying in my
home
bed.
game.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
gotta get the kids to bed. It's understandable, man. Life happens. We all have a life.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Rudy, good morning. You're on The Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good day. Yeah, yesterday was a little rough. You know, I mean, you get older and it's tough to stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning, and thank goodness I'm retired and I don't have to worry about it.
Game ended at 11, dude.
Yeah, but you don't just go to bed.
Okay.
You get hyped up.
That's right. That's right.
And then your buddies are over, and so you have to do a shot, you know, to celebrate the big global victory.
That's right.
And before you know it, you're joking around, and it's 1 o'clock.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
But look at Tuesday. I mean, people complain all they want. Michigan was playing Nebraska on Tuesday, weren't they?
Yeah, and they got that's what I was saying, and I don't know if I got to that because that's was going to be part of my point on that. Michigan played Nebraska. It was I would argue, one of the biggest games of the year in college basketball to this date, right? Undefeated Nebraska, once beaten Michigan, and it was a Tuesday night. And you know what? The league didn't know it was going to be that way. And by the way, the place was full.
And here's my point. And this is why I called. And this is why you need to write your legislator. That's nice what Jerry Palm said about money. It's nice to spend other people's money. Give UNM $50 million a year TV money and watch what would happen to this program. Ask Ryan Berryman what $50 million of TV money would do for his budget.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game changer. So you have to you got to figure this out. And I'm just telling you, and Jeff, you and I have been barking at each other the same thing for how many years now? Football drives the bus, guys. Get on the phone if you're too lazy to write your legislator and tell them what you want. You want that stadium upgraded. If UNM would have moved into the Big 12 with Arizona and Arizona State, how much more money would they have in the budget, Jeff? You know?
I don't know. Look, I don't know that the Big 12 was ever on the table. I think there's steps.
Well, I'm just saying.
But yes.
Whatever conference that has a higher TV profile that wants UNM, that wants the pit and everything else. We finished 25th in the Learfield Cup.
Yeah, look, if that happened, if you got in the Big 12, you would look like TCU or Utah or BYU now. That's what you decide what that looks like. Or Iowa State or any of those teams. Yeah, you'd be in the Big 12, of course. I mean, that's how much more money is it? It's millions. I mean, tens of millions more. That's what it is.
It funds your $20 million a year budget that the NCAA is allowing for paying players, doesn't it?
For revenue share, yeah.
Yeah. So you stick $20 million in the coffers for UNM to pay players and watch. And by the way, that was a really good win last night by the women. Yeah. Talk about getting off the deck. I don't think they like losing those 3 games in a row.
I'm not sure
JJ's closer to the program, and I'm sure he has insight on it. But I just thought that I really think the bottom line was Joanna Magalish was hurt for those 3 games. I don't know exactly what her problem was, but it didn't look like her. It looks more like her and what she can do, and she'll stir that drink pretty good. She's a really good point guard, and I'm really impressed with them getting off the deck because you can go 2 ways. You can do what is happening in New Mexico State, and you lose hope and you lose faith, and you quit listening to your coaches, and before you know it, you're losing at home to Delaware.
Yeah, it's about as bad of a loss as they've taken in a long time. All right, Matt. I appreciate it. Yeah, Delaware. You just beat them by 30 at their place. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, enjoy the day. Later.
Well.
Rudy called at 505-246-0610. You guys are in on the big Monday games. The conferences were Big East, Big 12, and Big West, hence Big Monday. Yeah, but then that's how it started. That's correct. It was Big East, Big 12, Big West. And then it might have even been Big East, Big 10, Big 12. But maybe it was Big West, but then it morphed. Then it evolved, and the Mountain West was part of that. Ron says, Big Monday, there's a big difference between playing late night on ESPN versus XYZ Sportsnet. And Big Monday was once a year dream style, twice if you got a road game picked up, not every other week. All those are true. Look, I'm not comparing. There's nothing about these 9 o'clock games that's ideal, man. I'm not arguing with it. And somebody brought up the 10 o'clock starts, and it was novel. It was once a year, and ESPN branded, marketed, made that Big Monday event into something more than, you're right, a Wednesday night game at 9 o'clock on Fox Sports 1 or CBS Sports. You're
Which, if
right.
you have TV, like a quote unquote cable television package, it's not hard to find those channels.
No, you
They're
can
still
find
very
them
good channels.
yes, you can find them just as easily. What he's saying is the event of the way they made Big Monday, and it was once a year as opposed to relatively regularly. And he's not.
Well, that's why the Mountain West is awful, and that's why all these teams are leaving the conference, because the Mountain West is doing everything humanly possible to make sure that all these teams don't sell tickets, will not get to the NCAA tournament, and will never have a shot at the college football playoff.
I hope you all understood the sarcasm font, because the Pac-12 is going to be in those windows next year too.
If you are in this area of the country, this is what you're doing to be on TV. And if you say, well, I don't care, I don't want to be on TV, well, then guess what? You are going to have no money to pay players.
I mean, we've had this conversation, how to explain this for years and years. You're right. You guys, you're not wrong when you say it sucks that a game starts at 9 o'clock. But
yeah,
don't they start at 9 o'clock?
9, 8, and 8.
Don't they start at 9 on the East Coast, 8 o'clock on the East Coast all the time? Like, when I watch Monday Night Football, a game that starts at 6 here is starting at 8:50.
It's the NFL.
But they're right, and they're up till how late watch? I mean, that's East Coast viewing. Now, granted, that's why we live here instead of there, and it's way better. I'll give you that.
Yeah. The times are not in your favor the rest of the season, y'all. You got 9 o'clock Wednesday, Utah State. 8 o'clock Saturday night, Boise State. 8 o'clock Wednesday at Grand Canyon. You got 9 o'clock at Reno. You have nice noon game, CBS against San Diego State, and then 8 o'clock home against Colorado State. It's going to be late.
Schedule naps, boys and girls. This one says, Jeff, I can remember the way back in the day, staying up to watch the game on delay at 10:30 after the 10 o'clock news because only the road games were on live. We'd listen to Mike Roberts do the game live and then watch it after the news. It was a treat to watch them. That probably made me the fan I am today. And again, back in the day, look, they're not ideal, man. Nobody's arguing it is. I almost got to take the same tone, the same answer that, for those of you, I hate NIL and I hate I get it, man. And if the 9 o'clock start is too late or the NIL is not for you, maybe college athletics isn't your thing anymore. Maybe it's just not for you anymore. And I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at them. It's the evolution of it. And you want to be on TV. You want people to see your games. You want the notoriety. They're not moving the SEC, the Big 10, the Big 12, or the Big East out of the way. So even as big of a game as New Mexico, Utah State is, they're not moving it to 7 o'clock your time and 9 o'clock back east. And moving North Carolina and Clemson out of the way. Or Xavier and St. John's. Geography. It's the way it is. It's imperfect. It sucks. I get it. It's late. Get a nap. Drink some coffee. It's the opening drive. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
95.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green?
Why not Bill Belichick? It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. At least 11 members of that 50-person panel that vote for the Hall of Fame did not vote for Belichick. You get to vote for 3 out of 5. Not him. Kansas City Star was talking to, or this was their representative on the panel, I guess on the who votes, posted an article addressing his reasoning. His name is Vahe Gregorian. Quote, I felt duty-bound to vote for the richly deserving seniors who most likely won't ever have a hearing again as more senior candidates enter the pool and fresh cases get made for others. Meanwhile, Belichick is inevitable soon, as he should be. At the risk of contradicting my own vote, really, he shouldn't even have to wait. That was why one person did not vote. Well, these other people aren't going to have as much chance. Belichick's going to get in. There's a theory that the people who didn't vote figured, well, everybody else is going to vote for him. I'm going to vote for the people I want. And evidently, there were more than 11 who didn't. You buy that one?
I do, because we've heard it too many times. That's my biggest pet peeve with Hall of Fame voting is limits on who you can vote for. If they give you a ballot, you should be able to vote for who you think's a Hall of Famer.
0 or 10. If there's 10 people on the ballot, you vote for none. I don't think any of them are, or I think they all.
But it's like with baseball, right? They hand you this ballot, and there's maybe like 15 names on it, and they're like, oh, you can choose 10 or whatever number it is. To me, it's a yes or no question. And if one year you end up having 7 people figure it out, make it a 2-day event. One year you're like, you know what? No one's Hall of Fame. It's 0. It happens. The yes or no question to me. Because then you run into situations like this where you're like, well, everyone else is going to vote for him, so let me make sure I vote for these guys
I'm going to vote for L.C. Greenwood.
Before they fall off the ballot.
Yeah. Tom Brady was asked about it. He was on Seattle Sports 710 with Brock and Salk. S-A-L-K. Quote, I just think to me, I don't understand it. I mean, I wish him, I was with him every day. If he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's really no coach that ever should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, which is completely ridiculous because people deserve it and he's incredible. There's no coach I'd ever want to play I'd rather play for. If I'm taking one coach to go out there to win a Super Bowl, give me one season, I'm taking Bill Belichick. So that's enough said, end quote. If you want to just stick to the argument, I know everybody wants to tar and feather these people, and I give the guy from the Kansas City Star credit for coming out and saying, yeah, I didn't vote for him, and here's why. Don't really like his argument. I think that is a crap. Did we ever save that drop? because we don't use that nearly often enough. That is a crap.
I'll have to redo it.
Because I think we could use it every damn day. But I just think, well, I didn't vote for him because I think everybody else would, and I want these other guys to get in. They're going to fall off. I agree with you. I mean, there should have been a ballot of 5 people, and all right, who are the other 2 I'm voting? Roger Craig, L.C. Greenwood. Who else was on that ballot?
Ken Anderson.
I like Kenny Anderson. I think Kenny Anderson is a borderline Hall of Famer. And there was somebody else. I mean, all those guys, I was fine with them. But the argument, if you didn't vote for him and you want to say, you know what? Yeah, dude, I'm that guy. There was too many gates around him and the spy gate and the deflate. Yeah, dude, I think I'll vote for him next year. But no, I'm that guy. And I'm going to stand on that. Because whatever, there was a reason you didn't vote for him. And are you going to get tarred and feathered by the world? Yeah, you probably are. But man, you put yourself in that position. You made a choice. Now you get to hide behind it? That's not. Well, Jeff, we don't have to tell people we vote for in politics. You're right. No, you're right. And this isn't the same. It just isn't. I'm not as bothered as the world seems to be about this, because I believe he will get in. Although, JJ, I asked you this yesterday. I mean, everybody's so certain he'll get in next year.
I think
absolutely.
Now there's going to be an overcorrection.
So he gets
50 like 49 out of 50. And there's just that one guy that's like, nope, cheated. Like, okay.
I think he gets in next year. I think, but again,
I know a lot of people will be like, well, then what are you complaining about? Because it just feels like an unnecessary story.
This is from Ron, reply to JJ on Big Monday. And this is a fair point. Difference is if you're in a hotel room in Moab, Utah, you can find ESPN. Finding RCH Sports in a hotel is spotty, and you probably aren't finding an open sports bar at 9 p.m. on Tuesday.
What are we banking on the hotel viewership for anything? What kind of comparison is that? What about the dude that's at home? The millions of people that are at home, not the thousands that are traveling, and we're going to say, well, that game's not going to be watched because I'm not staying up at 10 o'clock in my hotel room finding on ESPN.
Here's the other side of that. And because you have hit this, I know you've run into this before. All the hotels you've been staying in, I guarantee you haven't been able to get on your TV, but I know you've got a computer. And in today's world, you're able, I think, to pull up any game that you're able to get at home. You got DirecTV, you got YouTube TV, if you got Sling, whatever it is you got.
We're not banking our future athletics department on a guy that's on a business trip staying at a
Motel 6 in Moab, Utah.
Yeah, like really?
I agree with you. And in today, it happens to me on a regular basis. What did I have to go down to? I was in Cruces for something. Oh, I know what it was. I was calling the New Mexico State basketball game, JJ. And it was the day that the Lobo football team played Colorado State, and they were on CBS Sportsnet, and the hotel in which I stayed did not have CBS Sportsnet. I couldn't pull the Lobo game up while I was prepping, doing my prep for the basketball call. And so I opened my laptop and opened up my DirecTV app, and I watched the Lobo game there. And it's not the same, Jeff. I don't know what to tell you.
Got to make some concessions when you're on the road sometimes.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Lewis, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Lewis.
Yeah, good morning. I don't know. Hold on a second. I didn't know the whole topic. I just tuned it in, and you're talking about the times of the games. People are complaining again about the 9 o'clock thing. Don't they know the reality of the world? No. I mean, we don't drive stagecoaches anymore. Are people complaining? I mean, when you call the doctor, you call the ambulance, a car comes, not a horse and a buggy, But I heard something about Big Monday, and I was, that's the first thing I thought of when people were complaining. Nobody used to complain about Big Monday. And that was at 10 o'clock at night.
Correct. That is correct.
10 o'clock.
That's right.
But that was an event. When ESPN, kind of when that whole thing started with Big Monday, that was a big event when it came to your town. Now, 8 o'clock, it's not really that late. And it's just the way of the world. It's just the way it goes. There's no complaining. I'm kind of sick of it, too. I know we hear it a lot in football. No matter what time they start, there's a segment that complains. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, great time. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, great time. 6 o'clock's a great time. 8 or 9, yeah, you get your people complaining. You know, they say, well, I can't do anything else that day if it's at 1 o'clock. Well, how about the Lobo game being the thing you're doing that day? You know, make that the thing you're doing. So if you go there early, get there early, you know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm all worked up.
No,
I'm not maybe making a lot of sense.
No, you're making a ton of sense, dude. And I will argue that we spend, and this isn't a scientific research, we spend more time in this market, not just on this show, but probably on this show, than any other town in America complaining about tip times and kick times. And how it doesn't fit into people's schedule. No, dude, I'm pissed.
Ridiculous.
I get you. No, Lewis, I appreciate the passion.
All right, man.
Don't be a stranger.
I'll talk to you guys.
Thanks.
Ciao.
I don't you think we probably spend more time with that same four emails that it doesn't fit my schedule than any market in America?
100%. 9's late. We all have lives. Understand? If you can't do it, sorry.
Don't.
Things happen. Like, the schedule's not going to be perfect, man.
Yeah. And how much do I mean, honestly, with all due respect, I like you. You don't care what I don't do, and I'm not sure I care what you're not going to do. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Wrapping you up on a whatever day today is Thursday. We got tickets to give away right now. 505-246-0610. One pair, that would be 2 tickets to go see Luke Bryan at the Isleta Amphitheater. The show is June 13th. Tickets don't even go on sale till tomorrow, but JJ's got a pair. Caller 3 right now, 505-246-0610. Jump in, and JJ's got a pair of tickets for you to go see Luke Bryan at the Isleta Amphitheater. Caller 3 right now, 505-246-0610. All right, what do you got to know as you get through your Thursday today? Lobo women's basketball was a winner last night. Big win over UNLV, 68-57. Joanna Magalhaes had 15 to lead New Mexico. Destiny Hooks with 13. The Lobos won 2 in a row, and they are in 5th place in the conference. They'll get Utah State at home on Saturday. Aggie men's basketball down in Cruces. Delaware 73, New Mexico State 64. Aggies have lost 3 in a row, 5 out of 6. They drop into a tie for 9th in Conference USA. They will be next up in Georgia. They play at Kennesaw State on Saturday. Mountain West last night, Colorado State went to San Diego. They lost to San Diego State 73-50, the Aztecs over the Rams. And in Logan last night, Utah State 94, Wyoming 62. Big wins for the Utags and the Aztecs. Those two play each other at the top of the league on Saturday. Utah State now tied with New Mexico for second place, 1 game behind the Aztecs. Diego Pavia is going to participate in the Senior Bowl. He told the media this week that he believes he's the best player in the country and will get drafted. The Gatorade Football Player of the Year, Jordan Hatch from Cleveland, is committed to New Mexico State. The catch is he will go on a 2-year church mission and then go down to New Mexico State. Cleveland Browns have a head coach. Todd Monken, the former offensive coordinator for the for the Ravens, is now their head coach. And that's what we got. 505-246-0610. Gave the tickets away? All right, tickets are gone. Travis is in on the text line about the game times. Blows my mind that this is as big of a thing in this market. I get it. It's not perfect. Travis says, when I lived in D.C., every sporting event was late for me. The NFL, NBA, NCAA basketball, everything. Most Lobo games tipped after 9 for a 7 o'clock Mountain Time game. A lot of games 11 o'clock Eastern. But if you want to watch the Lobo game and support the team, you suck it up, Buttercup, and you stay up and watch. I continue to be confused by the number of Lobo fans who bitch all of the time about everything. The start time for the games, the weather for the games, the cost of parking, on and on. Lobo fans, imagine their program in the Mountain West being the version of Gonzaga. That's what you think you are. Does anyone think Gonzaga fans bitch as much as Lobo fans about everything minor grievance? They're
probably not happy that they play some of their big non-conference games not at home. Probably wish they had more seats at their arena.
Well, then they play some of those big games at the Spokane Arena. This is like 10, 11,000. Like every fan base has a complaint about something. I got that. Look, man, I've lived a lot of places. I go a lot of places. The game time complaints and because it's inconvenient for you. And I almost want to say it's more the lack of understanding why, or the acceptance of the understanding. I think you probably down deep do get it, as much as you yell, the AD's got to fix this and he's got to be fired. I got to believe you get it. Maybe it's a shtick. I don't know. I think that's it.
Got a bunch of Mick Cronins out there.
Yeah. Rod said Addison Symbieta in the transfer portal yet? Jeff, she's got to be so done with the cold right now, Jefferson, especially a New Mexico / California girl that isn't used to it. Oh, she's all Porqueña now. There's no way to prepare yourself for days on days of -5 degrees. There's no amount of layers you can put on to where you can get comfortable. Can I tell you? Thanks, Rod. I appreciate your concern. Nope, she's not in the portal yet. Can I tell you, dude, my kid, I'm not telling you she likes it now. Don't get me wrong. She did hit me. She's called me almost every day this week. She's like, yeah, Dad, I'm walking to wherever. That's what I do when I call you. Or when I'm walking, I call you because I miss you and I love you and I like talking to you. I'm like, whoa.
It's very nice.
Love that. No, it's kind of one of my favorite things, period. Like, period. Like, but we talk and she's like, yeah, no, Dad, it's cold. And I mean, I'm over it. And, you know, seasonal depression's a real thing. And it sucks. But, you know, you go on with your life. You put on your heavy jacket and your boots and I'm going to play euchre. Or I'm going to dinner with my friends. Or I'm going to my club meeting or whatever. Like she's out. She's digging it. But she said to me the other day, she's like, no, decisions have consequences. I get it. Yep, it's cold. I made the decision. I love it here. I'm stoked. I'm like life is good. I'm loving what I'm doing. All right, got a girl growing up, not complaining about the start time of the Lobo game or the weather. She hadn't complained to me once. She's like, yeah, Dad, it's bleeping cold. Right? Like, yeah. But she doesn't call me to complain. Like, she tells me about all these cool things. I have to ask her about the weather. How cold is it? Oh, yeah, Dad, it's cold.
You make decisions. You know it's going to be cold. We were, speaking of cold, Friday night after practice in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Leaving the arena. It's 10 degrees.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
And then, yeah, some of the players were like, who would decide to come here? I'm like, people do.
Yeah. Now, she's like, Dad, I don't know why people decide that they live here. Like, she's there. She gets it. Is she going to come home one day? I don't know what she's going to do with her life. She's a big girl now. She's a sophomore. But she's like, yeah, I get it, Dad. I could have gone to school in San Diego. I could have gone to all these places. I got it. Like, no, I made a decision, and decisions have consequences. She doesn't complain, man. So no, Rod, I appreciate it. It is 12 degrees in Ann Arbor right now. The low's -4. That's without wind chill. Yeah, and it's going to go a month without getting above freezing. Yeah, tomorrow gets up to 13, 17 on Saturday, all the way up to 23 on Sunday when they get snow again. Thanks to Jerry Palm. He was with us. Palm Bracket's a great site. Go check it out. Bounce around it. It's a good time. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome show's after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas comes in here at 4 o'clock. We're back tomorrow morning with award-winning radio at 7 a.m. Adrian, great work on the television side. People really enjoy that. He is JJ Buck. I am merely Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Hey, be good to each other. Please be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit